It was varying last night. It was kind of weird. I don't know how that changes, but it was anywhere from like 5 seconds to 30-second delay last night. Today it looks about 5 or so, which is, you know, I'm really gonna miss Mix's FTL. Yeah, that almost instant back and forth communication was great. But we will see how that pans out. Anyway, so on today's story time, let's see. Well, we finished yesterday Around the World in 80 Days, which means well, we have a day to fill with short story. Usually we just fill it with short stories, but we had some people asking us to do some choose your own adventure today. So I wasn't showing up in your live stream even after refreshing. And that's interesting, and that's good to know. Good morning, Tillable Cat. So yesterday people were jumping up and down saying, hey, how about some choose your own adventure, which we have not done in quite a while. Now, I don't see them here right now, but it's what they wanted. So we can do that. We can jump into some choose your own adventure, or let's see, or possibly, well, we could also start with a couple of short stories there. But we may as well. I don't know. Maybe we'll just jump right into it. So let's see. What's the countdown for Mixer now? I think is 26 days. 26 days to go. The day's just starting there, Brian. It's just starting. Well, I mean, well, technically it's 10 a.m., but as far as getting stuff done, it's just starting right now. And it's the wind down to the weekend. Wind down to the weekend. That's going to be awesome. Good morning, Shadowtronics. Shadowtronics is here. Alrighty. Okay, he's going to make sure there is law and order here in this chat. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's just so chill and well behaved here anyway that I don't know. I think Shadowtronics might spend half the day just twiddling his thumb, waiting for people to misbehave, daring them to. Alrighty. So anyway, today's Choose Your Own Adventure Day. Okay, it was requested. It's kind of funny that the people that requested it did not show up. So I guess, well, actually, does anyone have any news to share, or before we kick off on this here? What is that? What is that sticker? Pup Greed. That's got to be a streamer sticker of some kind. Is it in the... I don't see it in the globals. And I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, they're just really dull and muted. You know, I think it's because there's so many faces in there. What's up with all the faces in there? I assume they are celebrities here. I don't recognize them. And a lot of them are like really dodgy looking too, like these global emotes, like with they got like weird cutout lines around them. All right, okay. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out at some point. Okay, but yeah, there's a lot of faces in that list of global emotes. Just a devious pup to make shadow. Yes. He does indeed look quite like he's planning something quite devious indeed. Good morning, Dragon's Lair. Good morning. How you doing? All right. 2020. Can't wait for 2020 to be gone. Can't wait for that. All right. But let's see. What do we need to do? We need to move on out. I see. Now I can't. What are people responding to? I don't know. It's with this delay in chat. It's like I'm not quite sure what people are responding to. It takes a little time. Okay. Well, let's move on over to our Choose Your Own Adventure. This is what we got. Okay. Now, is anyone else having issues with the Okay, 1, 2, let's see, well, I don't see Shadow there. I don't see Shadow's character popping up on the, oh, yeah, that's right, I probably had to do a, authorize mods individually, yeah. Alright, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get that fixed up there. Yeah, actually, the whole thing's going to be squirrely until we get our status over here, get that all organized and settled. Hopefully, hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. But yeah, okay. I'm going to close my email. Just closing everything, closing Discord. And we'll keep the well, I guess the big question is, which one do we do? I don't know. They're all pretty good. Caverns of the Snow Witch is actually pretty good. That's probably one of my favorite of all the ones that we got here. Was this Fighting Fantasy Classics? Are there any more? Well, I mean, the Forests of Doom and the City of Thieves. I have those as standalone ones there. I'll pick them up here. Let's just do Caverns of the Snow Witch. Stream Avatars says you are not a follower. Well, yeah. It's, unusual. Oh, wow. You must prove yourself, Shadow. We've got to see how well you mod today. That's right. This is the new performance-based stream avatars. All right. Well, let's just start with the beginning. I think that'll be the best way to do it. Was hit the restart. Yeah, erase all our bookmarks. It is linked to Twitch now. Yeah, yesterday I decoupled it from Mixer and put it over onto Twitch. Some people here on Twitch yesterday could not get any character to show up at all. And for the mods, I need to do something special for that. I remember I had to do something special for that. I don't recall what it was. But yeah, it's not working properly, and because a lot of the permissions in it were set to like followers of a certain level, or even to subscribers only. There's a lot of functions which just don't work right now, but I can't really fix them until I get affiliate status back. Now you're a follower? You weren't even following. You must have hit the add friend button instead of the follow thing there, like I did. I did that on the first day. There's like about 10 people that I sent a friend request to, and thinking it was the follow button, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's let's get on with it. Let's ban Tillable. What will we do without a cat, though? I don't know. Okay, oh, you all know how this works. There we go. Let's do it as adventurer. That's what we're doing. Here we go. So we need our stamina. We're gonna need some stamina. This will this is gonna help a little. Here we go. So hit points, not good. Not good. All right, that's fine. Well, we'll see how it goes. Skill, 1d6 plus 6. Let's do it. Oh my lord, 7. Luck. This is bad. Of course, we got a huge luck, and no one needs luck. All right. Okay, let's okay. How do we back? Let's restart, because that's really bad. Really bad. I mean, I would like to make some progress. Restart. Yeah. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Adventurer. Okay, this time we'll just keep it. All right. 2d6 plus 12. Okay. Well, okay, there's really not much better. That's fine. Give us the big numbers. There we go. That's more like it. 12. Okay. 12 for skill. I like it. And rolling for luck. Here we go. 7. In this book, there is actually a fair amount, and I'm taking a potion of strength. Because, yeah. And over we go. Okay. We all know the directions. And may the luck of the gods go with you on the adventure ahead. It's gonna be a good journey. Let me catch up with the chat. It seriously could be because you're a mod. Maybe. Oh, there's no poll. That's okay. Is there like a built-in queue? Well, we only have a few people here anyway. It shouldn't be that hard to keep a queue going. Alrighty. I could just read the book to you. Well, we kind of got there. Yeah, well, we could. We could. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Well, we could do that. Why I have all the music turned off for this? Because why? Where's my options? There we go. Did I have it off? You know, I probably turned it all the way off because of YouTube. Yeah. Probably, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, yeah, there are some things there which you're never quite sure about. I have got strikes from other Tin Man games before, even though they've licensed them for the game use. The actual company, the music rights holder, that they have their music registered with YouTube anyway, and then you get hit up like crazy. Alrighty, let's do it. First of all, just in case, just a quick little shout out to our friends over on Mixer there. We have moved on over to Twitch. We hope you can join us. My name over there is slightly different. It's Play Carrington, not Carrington TV. So, yeah, let's swing on over. Swing on over here. We only have 26 days till Mixer evaporates into thin air, never to be seen again. Yeah. Okay. Let's get on with it. Winters in northern Alansia are always cruel and bitter. The snow falls thick, and the icy wind blows hard, chilling everybody to the bone. For the past few weeks, you have been hired by a merchant called Big Jim's son to protect his trading caravans as they roll their way slowly north to the frozen outposts. The horse-drawn carts are laden with cloth, utensils, weapons, salted meats, spices, and teas, which are traded for furs and ivory carvings made from mammoths' tusks. Big Jim is not usually worried about traveling north, as bandits only attack his caravans on the return journey. He is not alone in recognizing the value of the northern goods. On this particular trip, you are walking ahead of 6 carts across a frozen lake. In the distance, you can see the snow-capped peaks of the Icefinger Mountains jutting out of low cloud. Your destination lies at the base of the mountains where the Northmen meet to trade. Snow is falling, but not too heavily. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure it can bear the weight of carts, when suddenly the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks the silence. "So there, bearded god, what is up? You are joining us from Mixer. Well, welcome to our new home, man. Yeah. It's a little different over here. Still getting used to it. But it is good to have a home again, that's for sure. Yeah, we're going to have a good time over here. A good time. Thank you for coming over, bearded god. Yeah. Oh, today, by the way, We're just doing some choose-your-own-adventure. Yeah. On Monday, we start a brand new novel here. So, yeah, that's going to be something to look forward to. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure it can bear the weight of cards, when suddenly the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks the silence. You stand up and run back to the carts to talk to Big Jim. He's sitting next to the driver of the second cart, puffing on a long briar pipe. A huge man with a great bushy beard, Big Jim is obviously a man to be reckoned with. His bright blue eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of life. In a deep voice, he says, "Sounds like it came from the outpost. Reckon you better go and investigate. Could be trouble. And get back quick." You set off straight away towards the outpost at the base of Icefinger Mountains. You arrive 2 hours later at a scene of ugly carnage. The snow is red with blood, and all the wooden huts are smashed and torn down. 6 people lie dead, their bodies slashed, their axes at their sides in the snow. Judging by the size of the footprints, the creature that attacked the outpost must have been enormous. There's nothing you can do for the unfortunate Northman. So you head back toward Big Jim's caravan to report the news. You reach them in an hour, just as the daylight is fading, and relate the terrible events that have befallen the outpost. Channel 1? Good. Wow, Channel 1 twice in less than 24 hours. Definitely not much going on there. Okay, we're just going to take a minute to say hello to Channel 1. What's going on, Channel 1? Channel 1, my mix of friends, how you doing? Yeah. Well, no doubt you have heard the news. We are, well, with the dearth of Mixer, the shuttering of the platform there, we've made our way over to Twitch. I'm restreaming from there right now. So yeah, if you are still over there and you're still interested in audiobooks and narration, as well as fun gameplay, a lot of Halo and MMOs, Fantasy Star, come join us over here. My name's slightly different. It is Play Carrington over here. But yeah, come join us. What's up with these little chicken things? Oh. Good Lord. That cat is very patient. I think that cat is just playing friendly to get as many of those little chickies in there as possible before striking. Yeah. That's right. Thank you, Dragon. Yeah. Become good morning, Rose. Good morning. It all is pretty good. Pretty good. Get Bearded God used to stream over here yourself. Okay. Working kids put a stop. Yeah, they will. They take up a lot of time. A lot of time. Gotta put your attention to where it's needed. Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see, where are we at? You hate these? Yeah, we're gonna get some better smileys in place as soon as we can. Rose. As soon as we can, we will. Yeah. Okay, but let me just we'll hop back into our book in just a second. I just need to throw down that little link there for my friends. Oh, that's the wrong button. For my friends over on Mixer. I'll get back to it in just a second. This is on timers, ungrouped. This is it. That's my link on Twitch there. So I hope you will be able to join us. We don't need that Tor browser. All right. Okay. Let's get on to it. There are others you can choose from. Yeah, it's kind of weird the way stickers work here. We'll get the hang of it. You reach them in an hour, just as the daylight is fading, and relate the terrible events that have befallen the outpost. Big Jim orders the carts to be drawn into a circle to protect his men during the night. A large fire is built into the center of the circle, and you sit down beside it to talk to Big Jim. Everybody is nervous, and a guard is posted to watch for signs of movement outside. In a low voice, Big Jim asks if you will hunt the terrible creature, for otherwise his business will be ruined forever. You smile and reply that you will track the beast, but only for a purse of 50 gold pieces. Big Jim's jaw drops open, and it takes a great deal of persuasion before he agrees to your demand. The snow finally stops falling as you settle down for the night. Sleep is a long time coming, for your mind is active with thoughts of the impending hunt. When you wake just after dawn, the fire is reduced to dying embers. Wisps of smoke rise gently into the morning mist, and not a sound is to be heard. You walk over to where Big Jim is sleeping and tap him on the shoulder. He wakes with a start, and you tell him that you are setting off and hope to be back later in the day. You wave to the guard as the snow starts to fall again and make your way back to the outpost. Now, turn over. Phileas Fogg would have offered more. Oh yeah, he was pretty extravagant with his cash. That's, yeah, wasn't shy to use that. All right, so whose squid things are those? Are those like anyone ones, or are they from a certain streamer, or how does that work? I don't know. We'll see. Man. Bum bum bum. They're just regular Twitch ones. Okay. But once again, you can see. I mean, the colors are not bright and cheery and all like that. Yeah. By the time you reach the outpost again, the bodies are blanketed with snow, and the beast's footprints are covered over. The visibility is poor as you set off towards the mountains where you hope to find the abominable killer beast. The snow on the mountainside is soft, and you sink in up to your knees as you climb slowly up. You soon find yourself at the edge of a crevasse, which is spanned by an ice bridge. If you wish to cross the crevasse by the ice bridge, we could do that. Or if you'd rather walk around the crevasse, we could do that too. Summary Elf, what is up? You as me as you, what, you of the new? I don't know. My French is terrible. All right. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. And Darth Mallcop has hooked us up with a follow on Mixer. Well, I'm sure you've heard the news about Mixer, so it's time to move on over to Twitch here, my friends. Yeah, I'm afraid in 26 days Mixer will be no more, sadly. But you're welcome to join us here. Here's the link to our channel over here. We still do a lot of book reading. Actually, that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, book reading in the morning, gaming in the evening. Yeah. It's your turn, Tillable Cat. That's where we're starting at. Very nice. Bum, bum, bum. The icon, what's the icon? Oh, yeah, exclamation extension, yeah. Alrighty. So here we go. You want to take the ice bridge, okay? The bridge is quite narrow and very slippery. Let's test your luck. Uh-oh. Sadly, your luck has run out. You needed a luck score of 7 or below, and you rolled a luck score of 9. We are unlucky. You are almost over the bridge when you suddenly slip and fall over the edge. Oh, there's another luck. Oh man, 2 luck checks in a row. This one, okay. You needed 6 and rolled 6. This time we are lucky. You fall a couple of meters only, before landing on an icy ledge protruding from the side of the crevasse. You are lucky to escape with only a twisted ankle. You lose 1 stamina point. We are still alive, so... Using your sword, you cut hand and toe holds into the side of the crevasse and haul yourself up. Plodding your way through the thick snow, you continue your quest. We're not dead yet, Tillable Cat. Yeah, that's okay. You like the cat? There we go. You found some cat stickers. All right. Oh, and yeah, I'm probably going to move well, actually, you know, I'm going to give Mix It Up about a couple more days to do more improvements before switching that over. There we go. For Tillable Cat. Can you link people like that? Does Tillable Cat, do you see that that ampersand name? Does that show up as a big highlight in your stream? It does? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's Shadowtronic saying yes. It's just bold. Okay. Yeah, if someone does it to me, it shows up like it's been highlighted. Using your sword, you cut hand and toe holds into the side of the crevasse and haul yourself up. The wind starts to howl, blowing gusts of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into it. Above the howl of the wind, you suddenly become aware of another sound, the howling of wolves. You draw your sword while trying to peer through the snow. As if out of nowhere, two snow wolves appear in front of you, hunched, ready to pounce. They are completely white except for their blood-red eyes. Suddenly, one leaps at you. You must fight. Acrid Osprey, what is up? And wow, where are we getting all these followers now over on Mixer? But Mixer, yeah, we've had to move on over to Twitch there, Acrid Osprey. I hope you'll be able to find us over here. Yeah, those pup stickers, they seem to have some pretty fun ones in there, yeah. Good morning, Mrs. Shadowtronics, hooking us up with a host. Thank you for that. When writers die, they become books, which is, after all, not too bad an incarnation. Yeah. Mrs. Shadowtronics has joined us. Very nice, very nice. Okay, here we go. Let's get on with our fight. Okay, this will be there's only two of them. See, stamina of 7. Each sword swing that lands will do 2 points of damage. So we need 4 hits to kill this guy. Uh-oh. No, we... Oh, no, that's right. I was getting my dice muddled up. We are the white dice. Okay. I have all the music turned off there just in case my YouTube archive takes issue with this. Alright. So we got one of these down. You're gonna save us, is Mr. Ghost? Can you save Mixer? Can you save Mixer while you're at it? Alright, there we go. We seem to be doing okay. The Bay Tester, what's up? Come join us over on Twitch. Yeah, unfortunately, Mixer's not going to be around much longer, unfortunately. So come join us over here. There we go. One last one, here we go. Okay. You know, it doesn't sound as exciting with all the music turned off for the most part. Alright. The battle music's actually pretty good. I like that. Okay, let us, it's a nice big string of numbers there, Mewing Crayon. Okay, if we win, we did. You step past the still bodies of the wolves and continue your journey through the swirling snow. The climb becomes steeper and the going is slow. The snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around in the strong wind. A blizzard is starting. If you wish to use your sword to dig a shelter in the snow, we could do that, Tillable Cat, or we could press on through the storm. I don't know. You just wait. All it takes is that you pay $200. And wow. Then that'll fix it all. I like the sound of that. Okay, you're taking shelter, no more chances. We'll do that. You hurriedly cut blocks of ice out of the mountainside and build a makeshift igloo. You crawl into it as the blizzard blows down the mountain with ferocious power. Your body heat is retained inside the igloo, and you keep warm. However, you must eat 2 portions of your provisions to regain your strength after the tiring walk, and the effort of building the igloo, this does not increase your stamina. An hour later, the blizzard dies down, and you crawl out of your shelter to continue your quest. All right, so we, if we take a look at our inventory, we now have 8 provisions. Don't forget, each provision heals you, normally would heal you of 4 points of damage. So we use them periodically when we've taken a bit of damage. And we do have our potion of strength, which will heal our stamina to maximum. But we'll save them for special occasions. Okay, Shadowtronics is off to lurk. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Very good. So there, Hoping Orc. I'm hoping that Hoping Orc will come join us over here on Twitch. Because unfortunately, Mixer has run its course, unfortunately. It's a bit of both, Hoping Orc. It's a fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure. Yeah. Tillable Cat's calling the shots right now. Right, we did not freeze to death, that's for sure. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow, and long icicles hang down from the window ledges. You see a set of deep footprints leading from the hut up the side of the mountain. Do you wish to enter the hut, Tillable Cat, or would you rather follow the footprints in the snow? Decisions. You want to, okay, you're going to avoid the hut and follow the footprints. Let's do that. The high altitude and thin atmosphere make you pant for breath as you continue your steady climb. You lose 1 stamina point. If you are still alive, yeah, we are. Revenger. Good morning, Revenger. Revenger TTV. What is up? How you doing? Tillable is feeling risk-averse. Oh dear. Suddenly you hear the cry of a human voice, followed by a ferocious roar. Not far ahead, you see a fur trapper fighting for his life against a gigantic bear-like beast, with long white fur and sharp teeth protruding from its jaws. It is the killer beast you have been hunting, the abominable Yeti. You watch the unfortunate trapper being gashed by the Yeti's claws and falling face down in the snow. Incensed by the vicious attack, you scream at the Yeti and run through the snow to attack it. Are you carrying a spear? No. You might have found a spear. Somewhere. How much did I get my PC for? This one here? I think maybe $700, $800, I think, on this PC. And the capture card was extra. Can you run away? No. Your only options are you don't have a spear. Yeah. You're going to watch on Twitch, so no, I'm there. Okay, cool. That's very cool, Accurate Osprey. I like that. Thank you. Don't forget, my name is a bit different over here. It's Play Carrington. Play Carrington over here. Oh, you want to go back to the hut and get... You can't go back. This is the thing about these books. You can't go back. I mean, if we were reading the actual paperback book itself, you're gonna... It doesn't quite work like that, Tillable Cat. You do not have a spear. You draw your sword and lunge at the huge white beast. You must fight. Without battle music. Without battle music, which is, yeah, man. That's, boy. It's amazing how much just even like a simple, you know, 4, 5, 6 bars of battle music can make all the difference. Oh, that's King Danny throwing some stickers around. Oh, we got hit. We got hit. Uh-oh. Okay, but I thought... Don't know what was up with that little dice thing. Okay, one more hit on the Yeti and we got him. Here we go. And there we go. Just like that. Perfect. That's okay. We're still doing pretty good, though. We are triumphant. Okay. We'll take a little look at our adventure sheet here. We have 16 out of 20 stamina left. Our luck is down to 5, which means the next time we do a luck check, we need to roll 5 or less on 2 dice. That's yeah. It's and there's several opportunities in this to have luck checks as well. Well, maybe the Yeti was in the right. Maybe you were intruding on. Maybe yeah. Maybe he was. Maybe like the equivalent of his castle doctrine there, his cavern doctrine. That's right. Got it done without the spear. If you have the spear, there's like a chance you can just like kill it outright. You kneel down beside the fur trapper and turn him over slowly. His eyes are barely open and blood trickles down from the corners of his mouth. The Yeti has gouged deep wounds in his chest, and you realize that there is no hope of saving him. With a great effort, he reaches up and grabs you round the neck, pulling you down so that you can hear his dying words. He thanks you for trying to save him and insists on telling you his secret. In terrible pain, he struggles to whisper his story. He tells you that he has lived in the mountains for most of his life, hunting animals and trading their furs. But for the last 5 years, he has been searching for the legendary Crystal Caves. These caves have been cut out of a glacier by the followers of the Snow Witch, a beautiful yet evil sorceress who's trying to use her dark powers to bring on an ice age so that she can rule supreme over the whole world. The entrance to the Crystal Caves is high up on this very mountain. It is open, but hidden by an illusion. The unfortunate fur trapper found it by accident only yesterday when he saw one of the Snow Witch's warriors seemingly walk straight through an ice wall and disappear. The trapper left a piece of fur hanging over the entrance so that he could find it again the next day. Sadly, the Yeti has put an end to his hopes. He asks you to enter the caves to slay the vile Snow Witch and leave her followers without their leader. There are legends about great treasures being frozen into the wall of the Snow Witch's lair, which would provide ample reward. The fur trapper suddenly grips you hard and then falls back silently into the snow. He's dead. You cover him with snow before deciding what to do. 50 gold pieces await if you return with evidence of the Yeti's death to Big Jim's son. But the thought of a quest through the Crystal Caves beneath Icefinger Mountains excites you, and you decide to set off to find them. I would have been all about that 50 gold pieces. Fighting that Yeti, that'd be enough for me. I don't need more of that. 50 gold is quite a lot. Your Twitch account is done. Okay, right, very nice, very nice. Gonna come join us over here, King Danny. Nice. Okay, so B Rose is gonna be taking the reins here. Now that the snow has stopped falling, the sky is clear and blue. The air is cold and crisp, and the snow crunches beneath your feet. Slowly, you make your way up the mountainside, looking for the cave entrance marker left by the fur trapper. Suddenly, you hear a distant rumbling from above, the terrifying sound of an avalanche. Test your luck. Well, your luck is... You need 5 or less on 2 dice. Good luck getting through this one. Not even close. You needed 5 or lower. Now you got a 10. Next time it'll be 4 or less, which is like we're unlucky. You look up and see great cascades of snow tumbling down the mountainside. With horror, you realize that you are standing in the path of an avalanche. You look around and see an outcrop under which you could shelter. The approaching mass of snow is no more than 100 meters away, and you struggle to run for cover. We've got to do our skill. This is versus skills 12, so I think we got it. Okay, we can do a skill check. Good morning, random bloke. Oh yeah, we easily make this. We deftly passed the skill check. Very good. Yeah, we're just doing some choose your own adventure this morning. How you doing? That was close. That was close, Rose. You dive under the outcrop as the snow crashes down all around. Pressing yourself as close as you can against the ice-covered wall of your shelter, you wait until the avalanche has passed by. With a sigh of relief, you set off again in search of the crystal caves. It's been a warm day there. Okay, finished work. Oh, your day's over. And went to the beach. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds real nice. I miss the beach over here, man. Yeah, I go roller skating down the promenade. It's real nice. Along the boardwalk. Good times. But not right now. You make your way slowly up the mountain until you reach a rock face that is too steep to climb. You walk round the side until you see a massive wall of ice which completely blocks a gully between two peaks of the mountain. The glacier. Your heart leaps as you catch sight of the piece of fur left hanging on the wall of ice by the trapper. Although you cannot see the entrance, you walk straight ahead. You shut your eyes as you think you are about to walk into the wall of ice, but you walk straight through the illusion and find yourself inside a long tunnel carved into the ice. You walk down it and soon arrive at a T-junction. Which way are we going to go, Rose? We could turn to the left, or we could turn to the right. Okay, just a nice walk with the family. That sounds nice too. Yeah. But yeah, the oh boy. Yeah, the old boy. A bit of walking along, smelling the ocean breeze. Man, that's nice. That's nice stuff. Okay, B says we are going to the right. The tunnel opens out into a small cavern, which is empty, apart from a brass bowl resting on top of an ice plinth. The bowl contains a yellow liquid and a wooden ladle. Would you like to drink some of this liquid, Rose? Or would you rather walk back out of the cabin without drinking the liquid? It is decisions like these which can have immediate. You want to drink it? All right. Drink the strange liquid. It's up the amazing Dr. Mars says, yeah, they're chiming in. The liquid sends a glow through your body, and you feel wonderfully warm. You've swallowed a potion made by the Snow Witch that keeps her followers from feeling the cold. You gain 3 stamina points. The potion also cures frostbite. Any skill points that you may have lost because of frostbite are now restored. With a renewed vigor, you walk back out of the cavern. You got a little lucky there, I think, Rose. Yeah, so with that, we're back up to 19 out of 20 stamina. So we were doing a bit better. We didn't have any frostbite, though, because we were smart enough to build a shelter in the storm. Yeah. There we go. You walk past the entrance tunnel on your left and continue on down the main tunnel. The tunnel bends round to the right. As you turn the corner, you almost bump into a tall, pale-skinned humanoid coming the other way. He is wearing a white cloak, with a hood pulled over his head. He is a mountain elf, one of the Snow Witch's followers. Will you walk past him? Tell him that you've come to join the Snow Witch's followers? Or attack him with your sword? What are you going to do, Rose? You're an aggressive player in general. Okay, we're going to tell him we've come to join the Snow Witch. Okay, let's do that. Take a little peek there, see what's going on. The mountain elf looks at you in disbelief and says, "Nobody of good heart would wish to join the Snow Witch. I'm only here because of this." Throwing back his hood, the elf reveals a metal collar around his neck which glows in the semi-darkness. "Only the obedience collar makes me serve her," he continues in a dour voice. "So, Rose, do you wish to reiterate your desire to join the Snow Witch? Stick to your story? Or would you rather change your story and tell the elf that you intend to slay the Snow Witch?" Yeah. Good morning, Tallish Birch. Good morning. Okay, you want to tell... Okay, we'll be honest. Okay, we're going to tell him that we intend to slay her. Snow Witch is into some freaky stuff. I don't know, we haven't got to her yet. Maybe. She's got a big dungeon, that's for sure. The mountain elf looks at you and smiles. "Now you're talking," he says. "Kill her and free us. Here, take my cloak to disguise yourself and follow this tunnel until it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Good luck." You shake the elf's hand and run off down the tunnel. You soon arrive at a fork in the tunnel that the mountain elf mentioned, and deciding to take his advice, you enter the tunnel to your right. So I guess that bypasses some potentially bad choices. If we'd just ignored him, you would have got the options to go in multiple directions. Noise is off. What? Actually, half of our sound effects and music's off for this. Further ahead, in the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a gap. You walk up to it and peer round to see a cave in which a Neanderthal is stripping the skin off a moose, making it ready for the large, simmering stew pot behind him. He's working very slowly, and is being yelled at by the gnome cook, who is wearing a white apron and waving a wooden spoon in the air. Okay. The gnome cook is in charge, and the Neanderthal is cooking the moose. Do you wish to enter this crude kitchen, Rose? Or would you rather creep past the entrance? I know, this one's going to be, you want to creep past. So much for the brave adventurer. Brave and bold, no more. Okay, we're going to creep on past. All right. You wait until the gnome and the Neanderthal look away before running past the cave opening and on down the tunnel. All right. In the distance, you hear in the distance, you hear chanting voices. Before long, the tunnel ends at the entrance to a large cabin. Kneeling down before an ice effigy in the shape of a demon, their hooded faces pressed to the ice floor in worship, are 10 of the Snow Witch's followers. There are 2 exits from the cave, one to your left and one to your right. If you're wearing a cloak, which we are, we got that from the mountain elf. We get some additional options. You pull down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk toward the tunnel exit on your right. Oh, we need to test our luck. I think we need to... Oh boy, our luck is so bad right now. I think we on 2 dice, we need to roll 4 or less. I don't see that happening. We got it. Next time we're going to need a 3. It gets worse and worse every time you have to do it. Alrighty. We are lucky. We're lucky. None of the worshippers suspects that you are an intruder, and you are able to walk through their temple without trouble into the other tunnel. The tunnel ends quite soon at a T-junction. To your left, you can hear cries for help. Do you wish to go to the left? Or would you rather avoid cries for help and turn to the right? This man. You want to go to the right? Okay. There we go. It's all good till you have to make your way back out. Yeah, you guys haven't been, I'm pretty sure you guys haven't been scratching out a map. Actually, we do have a little map, actually, here. Followers of the, oh, so there's gray stuff you can see. That's only as far as we've got. And that's only as far as we've got. Yeah. So, yeah, so this grayed out stuff there, that is stuff that we've got to before. We're actually right here on this solid thing right here. We're headed to the right. There we go. The tunnel through the glacier soon leads into the mountainside itself, and the walls change from ice to bare rock. You enter a large cavern which has 3 other exits leading from it. One to your left, one to your right, and the main one carved as a giant skull lying directly opposite. As you enter, an ugly robed man steps out of the mouth of the skull, holding a glass prism in his outstretched hands. He commands you to turn back, as only the Snow Witch's personal servants are allowed inside the mountain. If you have a magic flute, you may wish to tell him that you have been asked to come and play it for the Snow Witch. But we don't. So in lieu of a flute, we have to kill him. We gotta do him. Good morning, Mixer. TJ the Kid. Rather, on Mixer. It says Halo. No, not right now. Okay, attack him with a sword. Let's do it. What is that? Good lord. Evil pup with a knife. There we go. The ugly man sneers as you draw your sword. He rubs the prism, and suddenly 3 identical images of himself appear. They walk towards you. Each one has a dagger raised in his right hand. 2 of the images must be illusions, but which will you strike with your sword? The man to the left? The man in the middle? The man on the right? I don't know, Rose. Boy, on the right, okay. The illusionist screams in pain as your sword cuts into his side. He drops to the floor as his 2 other images fade away. As you step over him, he starts to laugh and stands up, his wound completely healed. What are we going to do, Rose? Are we going to thrust your sword at him again? Or try and smash his prism? Man. Yeah, okay, some of those stickers are looking pretty good. All right, I think okay, we're gonna change pickers after this encounter's over. So hopefully Rose is gonna leave you in one piece. If you wish to try and smash the prism, says Rose, you pretend to give up the fight, and then suddenly leap at the illusionist. Catching him momentarily off guard, you manage to snatch the prism out of his hands and throw it onto the floor. It shatters into tiny pieces, and the illusionist turns and flees into the skull mouth, screaming at the top of his voice. Smoke rises from the shattered fragments of the prism and forms itself into the shape of a bald, fat man, a genie. Hovering in midair, he bows and thanks you for releasing him. He tells you that if you call on him, he will make you invisible, just once, as a token of his gratitude. Without saying another word, the image shimmers and disappears. You now have to decide which way to lead. So, okay, so Rose got us pretty far. Thank you, Rose. Alrighty. Who's taking up the mantle next? Yeah. Any volunteers? Anyone brave enough to call the shots? No? Wow. Alrighty. Okay, amazing Dr. Martz. Yeah, we're going to give you 15 minutes. 15 minutes roughly to see how far we can get. So, let's see. The choices are enter the tunnel to the left, enter the tunnel with the skull mouth, or enter the tunnel to the right. And Dr. Martz says directly into the skull. Let's do it. The tunnel soon leads into another cavern where you see a huge, white-bearded man wearing white furs, lifting a wooden chest onto a high shelf. He is a frost giant. There's only one other exit out of his lair, via a tunnel in the opposite wall. If you wish to run through his lair into the tunnel opposite, we could do that, Dr. Martz. Or we could attack him. Yeah. Decisions. We don't have what the crown means Twitch Prime. Okay, right. Uh-oh. He's either thinking hard or he's all of a sudden just very shy. Don't know. You're gonna take him on, okay? Let's attack him. Let's do it. The frost giant has not yet noticed you. His face is creased as he concentrates on his task, oblivious to anything around him. If you have a sling and wish to use it against the frost giant, but you don't. We have to fight him with our sword. Let's do it. You raise your sword and approach the frost giant. The frost giant turns to face you with the wooden chest raised above his head. He grunts with the effort and hurls the chest at you. Test your luck. Now, right now, your luck is 3. So we need to get 3 or less on 2 dice. So the odds are not good. Failed. We needed a score of 3, and we got a luck, we rolled a 5. Well. By the way, yeah, so next time, by the way, we're going to need to roll a 2. Only a 2 will work from now on. We are unlucky. You react slowly to the improvised missile, and the full force of the flying chest hits you in the stomach. You are winded and stagger back against the wall. You lose 2 stamina points. Still pretty healthy, 17 out of 20. If you are still alive, we are. The frost giant lumbers towards you, intent on finishing you off. You must fight. During each round of combat, you must reduce your attack strength by 2, because you are winded. Alrighty. Or we'll actually have a chance to escape after 2 attack rounds. Well, let's give it a crack. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty. With all the music turned, it's got a skill of 10. Well, our skill is, yeah, we got -2 because we're winded. Yeah, so right now we're even on the dice. We're even on the dice. So let's see if we can win the day here. Okay, and on a when we both have even things, that's we both miss each other, that's as good as a win for me. Oh boy, I think he got us. Yeah, he did. Took a big old slice at us. And we do have the escape option as well now up there. So if you decide that we're taking too much of a beating, just let me know and we will try to escape. Oh, he hit us again. Wow. Okay, so with 13 out of 20. We finally hit him, thank goodness. Okay, so we need to hit him 4 more times. 4 more times. Yeah, okay, nice. 3 more hits. 3 more hits. We're a little rough. Definitely have to investigate some provisions after this. Okay, we're on a bit of a run right now. You want to run? You want to escape right now? I just want to double check there, Dr. Martz. You want to run right now? Hey there, Mrs. Cooper, what's going on? Mrs. Cooper popping into the old Mixer channel. Yeah, just holding up a second here, just double checking that Dr. Martz wants us to run away. Yeah, yeah. So Mrs. Cooper. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that that Mixer is being shut down. So we have moved on over to Twitch, where we're restreaming there for a little bit more. Yeah, yes, we're gonna die. Do you want to escape? All right. Okay. All right. Run away. Let's do it. The Frost Giant takes a swipe at you as you flee. You take 2 damage. Such is the price of cowardice. But we ran away. Yeah, so so Mrs. Cooper, yeah, so our link there's our link over here on Twitch there. I have a slightly different name, just Play Carrington over here. But yeah, you're welcome to join us there. The Mixer thing is it's just not going to be there shortly, so yep. Oh, Padakev says don't run. Well, unfortunately, it's it's Dr. Martz who's calling the shots right now, so we had to go with that. We did. We ran. You soon arrive at a crossroads in the tunnel. However, you have no time to examine the left and right branches as a strange humanoid is advancing towards you from straight ahead. Oh, this is, yeah, this is, by the way, let's just pull up our inventory. Okay, so right now we're basically at half health, 11 out of 20. So we have provisions here. We've got some 8 provisions left. Each of these heals for 4 stamina points. If you need to use them, let me know and we can use them. Or not. Do you want to eat any of them there, Dr. Martz, before we continue, or just plow on straight ahead as we are? That's right, Tillable Cat. He who lives to run away will live to fight another day. We should eat a provision, okay? Are you sure? Yes. Okay, just the one? Are we good at 15 out of 20? I really, really miss Twitch's immediate. One more. Okay. Yeah, 19 out of 20. Well, that's as good as that's going to get for now. Okay, but yeah, the immediate response on Mixer, with its FTL there is really, really nice for things like this. You're feeling peckish, yeah? I'm feeling a bit hungry myself, actually. Did not have any breakfast. Uh-oh. BWH has got to run for a bit. Be back later. Okay, cool. Nice. You're definitely switched. This is Mrs. Cooper. Wow, everyone's got different names now. But it's gonna be difficult for me to be remembering these things. Anyway, guys, good to see you. Thank you for joining us over here on Twitch. There, Mrs. Cooper. Oh boy. And it is yeah, it's a little bit weird, but we're getting used to it. My bots are still are not set up properly. So, well, yeah, we'll see how that works out. Death Abides, good afternoon, Death Abides. Still morning here. Still milking that morning for another 57 minutes. All right. No, okay, let's get on with it. You soon arrive at a crossroads in the tunnel. However, you have no time to examine the left and right branches, as a strange humanoid is advancing towards you from straight ahead. Before you stands a crystal warrior, one of the Snow Witch's personal guardians who has been sent to deal with you. He is made of quartz, which has been animated by the Snow Witch's sorcery. Edged weapons will not harm the crystal warrior. Your sword is useless. If you possess a war hammer, you may succeed in smashing the crystal warrior to pieces. Do you possess a war hammer? Nope. Actually, I don't even recall where you get the war hammer from. Oh, the Red Panda hooked us up with a host. Thank you for that. Facebook gonna buy everything up. Well, yeah, it didn't quite work like that there, Mrs. Cooper. Yeah. I mean, like Microsoft, yeah, I mean, they have their new Xbox console coming out there, and Mixer just was not getting the viewers. Just not getting the viewers. So it was being shut down, and then Facebook did not buy Mixer. Facebook Gaming, they kind of saw an opportunity to get some experienced streamers onto their platform. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people were invited to become partnered streamers on Facebook. Yeah. But and some did, and then some decided that Twitch might be a better like a better fit. So we do not possess a war hammer. All right, so we got to okay. You clutch your weapon tighter as you review your options. Did we rescue a genie from a prism? Yes, we did. You may now call on him. If we didn't, I know that might be one of those instant death things there. If we didn't have a way out, because yeah, there were two different options to defeat it. Okay, here we go. We can call on the genie to make us invisible. What's up there, Bubble Fud? Thank you for that. Yes, I am. Yeah, I had to. My name had to be a little different there, Bubble Fud. Yeah, because someone sniped my Carrington TV name. Alrighty. Twitch does have a low latency. Yes, I have it turned on right now. Yes, and it's still kind of sucky. Just, a restream may also add latency. Maybe it does. I know restream does have FTL mode. Which is great, fantastic for mixers. It's like you can't even tell the difference. It's great, but it might add a little something into Twitch's thing, because that doesn't. But yeah, you know, as soon as I'm set up properly here on Twitch. Twitch actually doesn't allow you to restream at all once you become like a partner or affiliate there. So as soon as all that is all figured out, yeah, I won't be able to restream anyway. So yeah, we'll see how it works directly. Yeah, Red Panda hooking us up with some smileys. I dig it. Thank you. Yeah, everyone's getting used to the. I tell them as soon as I can, as soon as I get custom emojis and stuff, there's going to be some familiar mixer stickers going on. Nice, and yeah, that'll be coming back. Absolutely. Okay, but let's call on the genie. We got the genie. There we go. The genie appears, hovering above the crystal warrior. He snaps his fingers and you immediately become invisible. The crystal warrior punches the air with his rough quartz fists, but you are able to slip by him unnoticed. By the time the invisibility spell wears off, you are well away from your adversary. Further on, the tunnel ends at a T-junction. Do we go to the left? Or do we go to the right? Dr. Martz is is our decider right now. Still the king. That's right, King Carrington. I'm a fan. Well, thank you, Red Panda. Yeah, it's been pretty smooth so far, but I need to get my bots switched over. But I kind of need them right now set up for Twitch to like just remind people that we're of our new home. Yeah. Loch Ness Monster. Nice, nice, nice. Dr. Mart says we're going to the right. Going to the right. Let's do it. Here we go. The tunnel ends at a wooden door, which is locked. You press your ear to it and hear the sound of feet slowly shuffling across the floor. Do you wish to knock on the door? Or would you rather return to the junction and head straight on? You're going to miss the spark stickers? We're going to have something very similar, Dr. Martz. But yeah, I just need to, yeah. Well, it's not only just setting up bots here, but the people who make the bots, which were very mixer oriented, like Pixel Chat and Mix It Up bot, yeah, they are now scrambling to repurpose to be used on Twitch. So yeah, they need like a couple more days to get that sorted. Hopefully, and then we'll be back on track. Alrighty. Bum bum. So oh wait, but anyway, but here we are, Dr. Martz. Are we going to knock on this door with the shuffling feet behind it, or are we heading back to that junction? Decisions. Oh, that's a very cheery looking Pokemon. A Pikachu. You want to head back to the junction? Okay, let's do that. The tunnel ends at a wooden door, which opens when you turn the handle. You walk into a massive, high-ceilinged chamber, which ends in a wall of ice. In the center of the chamber is an open marble sarcophagus with its lid propped up against its side. A white rat suddenly jumps out of the sarcophagus and runs towards you. It stops in front of you and starts to grow and change shape. If you possess any ground minotaur horn, but you don't. You see, and this is yeah, I mean, this is part of the trial and error of these books. You know, if you're super cautious and avoid all the encounters, then sometimes it's playing it safe, and other times you need to get in there until you can get these useful items. So we don't have any change shape into what we're about to find out. We're about to? I don't know. Good morning, Tommy. Tommy G. What's going on? Yeah. Well, this is what it changed shape into. The rat, the creature, soon towers above you and develops a rough, white reptilian skin. Its neck extends to support a giant head with smoking nostrils, and wings protrude from its back. Before you stands an ancient white dragon. From its gaping maw issues a stream of freezing cold breath, aimed straight at you. And thank you for that host, by the way, Trash. Roll 2 dice. Okay, so we our skill, luckily, is good. Our skill is 12. 12 out of 12, so we can't fail. Can't fail, won't fail. There we go. Alrighty, we're gonna pass the torch after we finish this dragon encounter. Okay. You leap out of the way of the icy stream. You feel the chill of it as it passes you by. Are you wearing a copper ring? No, you're not. Are you wearing a gold ring? No, you're not. If not, you must fight the mighty beast as you stand. Oh boy, it was good, boy. All these items would have been nice. The dragon lashes out with its mighty claws. You must fight. And this is where the battle music would be awesome, but since we have an archive going to YouTube, not today. Dr. Martz is feeling a little optimistic right there. Looks like we're eating dragon tonight. I think dragon might be eating you. We both have the same skill, which means dice rolls are going to be even. Just straight up dice rolls are going to determine who hits who here. So, luckily we have a few more hit points than he does. Nice roll to get started. Nope, he got us. Do not meddle in the affairs of dragons, for thou art crunchy and good with ketchup. What is that from? I've seen that before, but I don't know which comic it's from. Or no, it's from not Terry Gilliam. It's from that book series. I forget what it. Oh boy, I forget the dude's name who wrote those. Yeah, that's right. There's one thing of Terry Pratchett. His Discworld stuff. How are we doing? Okay, a tie is good. There we go. How are we doing? We've only hit him once so far. Oh boy, another draw. There we go, and another draw. Three ties in a row. Man, alrighty. We got to start. Oh boy, we can. There we go. Finally, good lord. Okay, we get a good hit in there. Beowulf dragon is the best dragon. You know, I don't think we've actually read the Epic of Grendel. Actually, I don't think we have. If we can find like a good translation of that, that'd be a pretty sweet read, actually. Another tie. There's a lot of ties going on this. Haven't seen that happen in quite some time. Yeah. Okay. We're doing okay. One more hit on the dragon, and we get it. And we've only been hit. Yeah, we only got. Oh, there's a tie. Only twice so far. Oh boy. Whoa! Wow. We both rolled super low, but they have an edge on us right there. Okay, there we go. We got hit a third time. And yeah, we got him. We got the dragon. Okay. The it wasn't original. Was it written in English, or was it? I mean, it was written like a long time ago. So even if it was written in English, which I don't think it was, it would have been like fairly unreadable anyway. Like according to, I mean, like old English is not the same. That was Epic of Grendel and Beowulf, right? Grendel is from it is an Anglo-Saxon epic poem, written somewhere between 700 AD to 1000 AD. Oh, and Grendel is a descendant of Cain. All right. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely has had translations, because the original is where is it? I'm trying to find the actual Beowulf. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's written in Old English, alliterative lines. Transcriptions. And there's actually some controversy over its translations. All right, yeah, that could be pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, just in case people are wondering about it, one second, we'll just pull up our page again here real fast. This is, yeah, that's some information on it there, Beowulf. The Canterbury Tales. Yeah, that could be interesting as well. Well, yeah, well, this is the thing. Well, one, it would be like very difficult to read in Old English, and two, it would be very difficult for you to understand it in Old English. So it's like one of those things. I mean, it's like, you know, like the Iliad. You know, I mean, you hope that you get like a good translation. Because some of them are, you know, accurate, but even in its time, like, you know, still difficult to read. Very good. Oh yeah. That's another good example. Yeah, I mean, like Shakespeare's. I mean, that's like a lot more recent than than Beowulf even. But yeah, good luck trying to read Shakespeare the way he wrote it. Good Lord. Canterbury Tales is a good idea. Okay. All right, yeah. Well, you have to remind me about that. Actually, we are we do need a new book actually for Monday, because yeah, we just finished with Around the World in 80 Days yesterday. So Monday, starting a brand new one. Maybe we will look into it. We'll look into it. Here we go. Okay, so we just killed the dragon. We killed the dragon. Oh well, yeah, and actually the same thing too with the Iliad. And so yeah, not only are you translating stuff, but you have the translators have to find words which are suitable, keep the original meaning, and also try to fit it into a rhyme as well, or meter. But sometimes the translations are the really fun, entertaining, easy to read ones. Just set the whole thing into prose and call it a day. Yeah. All right. The dragon. Okay, but we killed the dragon. Intrigued by the open sarcophagus, you decide to walk over and examine it. We need a new volunteer. Thank you for Dr. Martz. You got us this far without getting us killed. Alrighty. But we're going to need a new volunteer. Iambic pentameter is your friend. That's right. You do need a bit of risk, yeah. Okay, there we go. As yes, we okay, okay. Do we have a new volunteer? Maybe we don't have a new volunteer. Don't know. Okay, Red Panda. Red Panda offers themselves as tribute. Okay, so here we go. We have 6 provisions left. Each provision heals 4 stamina points. After that fight with the dragon, we're at 13 out of 20. Do you want to eat any provisions before the next fight? Or are we good to go as is? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, the Lady Death is here too. Ah, hello, Lady Death. You want to eat a provision? Here we go. Okay. That brings us to 17. Well, okay, these things there. So that would. Are you good to go at 17? You've been here for a minute. Did I miss you coming in, Lady Death? I'm sorry. You okay? We're good to go as is. All right. Okay. Here we go. We got it? Okay. Okay. As you approach the sarcophagus, a woman's eerie laughter echoes round the chamber. A beautiful woman wearing white fur slowly rises out of the sarcophagus, and when she smiles, you see the telltale fangs, and realize with horror that the Snow Witch is a vampire. This is actually the Snow Witch? If you have garlic... If you don't have garlic. Wow, we actually made it all the way... Wow. Made it all the way to the Snow Witch and barely managed to encounter anything. Interesting. But we don't have what we need. Here we go. The Snow Witch climbs out of the sarcophagus and walks toward you with her mouth wide open. Her gaze is powerful, and you hear a voice in your mind telling you to drop your sword and loosen your collar. Roll 2 dice. Oh, we cannot fail a skill check. We can't fail a skill check because it's 12. You definitely passed the skill check. Alrighty, let's do it. You quickly gather your thoughts and remember that a vampire can only be killed by driving a stake through its heart. Do we possess that carved rune stick? No. If not, you panic as you realize that you are not carrying the weapons needed to slay a vampire. The Snow Witch gradually gains control of your mind and forces you to bare your neck in readiness for her to drink your blood. You will be her servant forever in the world of the undead. There we go. Boy, you didn't have much of a chance, actually. That was rough, and that was you didn't. Yeah, I don't think you got to do anything, actually. Uh-oh. That's how it rolls, though. That's how it rolls. These books are pretty unforgiving, very unforgiving. Oh well. R.I.P. in pieces. Oh boy, if he gave us a follow. Throwing out their link. What's up with that? Maybe we ate our last garlic. How do I... no. No. Very nice. Yeah, yeah, we are being enslaved for eternity on a full stomach. That is some good consolation at any rate. Good consolation. Where is? Sorry, I'm just looking for. What am I looking for? Where is? I'm trying to looking for mod view. How do I do that? I don't know. Oh, then Mrs. Cooper changed the name? Very nice, very nice. I don't know how to get to mod view. Do I do it from the... Oh, it's right there. Doop. Go to mod view. Let's just take a little look here, see how this thing works out. Well, this is that's not how I thought that worked. Okay, okay, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, now all the chat things changed around. Yeah, and every time you refresh a window to it, it gets rid of all the text and everything like that. Alrighty, okay, so Rose is going to get some tea. Yeah, so so it's probably too late to start another book. So let me rustle up. Let me rustle up something from the old Kindle there. Let's see if we can get some old-fashioned story time in that way. How do we do the... Okay, there we go. That's how that... Well, let's see. You pull that over. Then I gotta do that stupid dark theme again. There we go. All right. That is... Good Lord. Okay, if I close this... Okay, alright. Man, it takes some getting used to. It takes some getting used to, that's for sure. Okay, is my Kindle opening? I hope so. We're going to switch to a bit of story time. Bit of story time. Where is... Okay, maybe it's not starting. Oh, there it is. It is starting up. It's going to find us something to read in Zacharath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yesterday we did Carcassonne by Lord Dunsany. Did we ever get out of that maze from? Oh, you're talking about the actual board game, Warlock of Firetop Mountain? No, I don't think we did. Don't think we did. That could be fun to load up this week. Actually, that's something the PC games that I have. It's just so much more convenient just to play things on the Xbox console. So yeah, once we start a game on that, we generally don't really finish them in Zacharath. I think I spelled that wrong. Double C, Zacharath. All right. See, I'm going to have to change my microphone input as well. Let me just change scenes real fast. This is book screen. Load. There it is, okay. In Zacharath. Let me just change my input so I can hear myself. Bum, bum, bum. Right. That. Okay, this one plugs into here. Need to change my audio inputs here. USB. Okay. There we go. We're going to get through a couple of short stories by Mr. Dunsany here. That's right. Let's do it. Let me turn off that Streamlabs thing. You don't need that. I think we're good to go. In Zacharath. Come, said the king, in sacred Zacharath, and let our prophets prophesy before us. A far-seen jewel of light was the holy palace, a wonder to the nomads on the plains. There was the king, with all his underlords, and the lesser kings that did him vassalage, and there were all his queens, with all their jewels upon them. Who shall tell of the splendor in which they sat, of the 1,000 lights and the answering emeralds, of the dangerous beauty of that horde of queens, or the flash of their laden necks? There was a necklace there of rose-pink pearls, beyond the art of the dreamer to imagine. Who shall tell of the amethyst chandeliers, where torches, soaked in rare Berenian oils, burned and gave off a scent of blethany? This herb marvelous, which, growing near the summit of Mount Zaumnos, scents all the Zaumnian range, and is smelt far out on the Kepiskran plains, and even when the wind is from the mountains, in the streets of the city of Ognoth. At night it closes its petals and is heard to breathe, and its breath is a swift poison. This it does even by day, if the snows are disturbed about it. No plant of this has ever been captured alive by a hunter. Enough to say that when the dawn came up, it appeared by contrast pallid and unlovely, and stripped bare of all its glory, so that it hid itself with rolling clouds. "Come," said the king, "let our prophets prophesy." Then the heralds stepped through the ranks of the king's silk-clad warriors, who lay oiled and scented upon velvet cloaks, with a pleasant breeze among them, caused by the fans of slaves. Even their casting spears were set with jewels. Through their ranks the heralds went with mincing steps, and came to the prophets, clad in brown and black. And one of them they brought and set him before the king. And the king looked at him, and said, "Prophesy unto us." And the prophet lifted his head, so that his beard came clear from his brown cloak, and the fans of the slaves that fanned the warriors wafted the tip of it a little awry. And he spake to the king, and spake thus: "Woe unto thee, king, and woe unto Zacharath. Woe unto thee, and woe unto thy women, for your fall shall be sore and soon. Already in heaven the gods shun thy God. They know his doom, and what is written of him. He sees oblivion before him like a mist. Thou hast aroused the hate of the mountaineers. They hate thee all along the crags of Droom. The evilness of thy days shall bring down the Zedians on thee, as the sons of springtide bring the avalanche down. They shall do unto Zacharath as the avalanche doth unto the hamlets of the valley." Hey, Mythweaver. We're just reading a couple of short stories by Lord Dunsany to wind down the day. We were doing some Choose Your Own Adventure earlier. When the queens chatted or tittered amongst themselves, he merely raised his voice, and still spake on. "Woe to these walls, and the carven things upon them. The hunter shall know the camping places of the nomads by the marks of the campfires on the plain, but he shall not know the place of Zacharath." A few of the recumbent warriors turned their heads to glance at the prophet when he ceased. Far overhead, the echoes of his voice hummed on a while among the cedarn rafters. "Is he not splendid?" said the king. And many of that assembly beat with their palms upon the polished floor in token of applause. Then the prophet was conducted back to his place at the far end of that mighty hall, and for a while musicians played on marvelous curved horns, while drums throbbed behind them, hidden in a recess. The musicians were sitting cross-legged on the floor, all blowing their huge horns in the brilliant torchlight. But as the drums throbbed louder in the dark, they arose and moved slowly nearer to the king. Louder and louder drummed the drums in the dark, and nearer moved the men with the horns, so that their music should not be drowned by the drums before it reached the king. A marvelous scene it was when the tempestuous horns were halted before the king, and the drums in the dark were like the thunder of God. and the queens were nodding their heads in time to the music, with their diadems flashing like heavens of falling stars. And the warriors lifted their heads and shook as they lifted them, the plumes of those golden birds which hunters wait for by the Lydian lakes, in a whole lifetime killing scarcely 6, to make the crests that the warriors wore when they feasted in Zaccarath. Then the king shouted, and the warriors sang. Almost they remembered then old battle chants. And as they sang, the sound of the drums dwindled, and the musicians walked away backwards, and the drumming became fainter and fainter as they walked, and altogether ceased, and they blew no more on their fantastic horns. Then the assemblage beat on the floor with their palms, and afterwards the queens besought the king to send for another prophet. And the heralds brought a singer, and placed him before the king. And the singer was a young man with a harp, and he swept the strings of it. And when there was silence, he sang of the iniquity of the king. And he foretold the onrush of the Zedians, and the fall and the forgetting of Zaccarath, and the coming again of the desert to its own, and the playing about of little lion cubs where the courts of the palace had stood. "Of what is he singing?" said a queen to a queen. "He is singing of everlasting Zaccarath." As the singer ceased, the assemblage beat listlessly on the floor, and the king nodded to him, and he departed. When all the prophets had prophesied to them, and all the singers sung, that royal company arose and went to other chambers, leaving the hall of festival to the pale and lonely dawn. And alone were left the lion-headed gods that were carven out of the walls. Silent they stood, and their rocky arms were folded. And shadows over their faces moved like curious thoughts as the torches flickered and the dull dawn crossed the fields, and the colors began to change in the chandeliers. When the last lutenist fell asleep, the birds began to sing. Never was greater splendor or a more famous hall. When the queens went away through the curtained door with all their diadems, it was as though the stars should arise in their stations and troop together to the west at sunrise. And only the other day I found a stone that had undoubtedly been part of Zaccarath. It was 3 inches long and 1 inch broad. I saw the edge of it uncovered by the sand. I believe that only 3 other pieces have been found like it. Yeah. All right. Okay, I just need a second to switch. That's got me thinking about something else. Let me just find it real fast. Okay. Totally reminds me of this. Did I spell his name right? Nope. Ozymandias. Oh, I'm going to switch my scenes back. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear: My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Yeah. No clapping hands. Yeah, they should have that there. Yeah. So no, yeah. But in that bit by Lord Dunsany, there we were just reading that. Oh, yeah. So for those that might not know, those who might not know, there's actually two poems called Ozymandias. There's two poems. One was by Percy Shelley, and that one everyone knows. The other one was by his friend Horace Smith. And the story behind that is Mrs. Cooper's. That's Bob Ross. Nice. Yeah. So they were. Everyone over in London was super excited about all these stolen antiquities from Egypt coming in to arrive. Like all these. I think the. I forget which Egyptian king's tomb had been raided, or a big pyramid, but all these pieces were arriving in London for this big massive exhibition. Everyone was super excited about it. Everyone had Egyptian fever, and so Percy Shelley, and there was a photo of or description rather of one of the big pieces arriving, which was what Percy Shelley based his Ozymandias on. But he had a friendly competition with his buddy Horace Smith, and they were like, oh, who of us can write the best poem called Ozymandias about this big statue, which just antiquity. So this was Percy Shelley's one. Everyone knows this one. Hey there, Julian. It's going up. But here's the one by Horace Smith, which is similar themes, but a bit different. Horace Smith, Ozymandias. In Egypt's sandy silence, all alone stands a gigantic leg, which far off throws the only shadow that the desert knows. I am great Ozymandias, saith the stone, the king of kings. This mighty city shows the wonders of my hand. The city's gone. Naught but the leg remaining to disclose the site of this forgotten Babylon. We wonder, and some hunter may express wonder like ours, when through the wilderness where London stood, holding the wolf in chase, he meets some fragment huge, and stops to guess what powerful but unrecorded race once dwelt in that annihilated place. So that's a pretty good one too. Yeah, but that's the Ozymandias that no one knows. So yeah. Now you do know. And after reading that one there, that reminds me of another one. It's going to what is this one? Okay. All these ancient cities that are no more. Maybe I'll still do the project. Just taking a quick peek. I need to change this one here. Okay, here we go. This is Memory by H.P. Lovecraft. All right. Yeah, so we're just going on from story to story here, all with a kind of similar themes, I guess. Yeah. Okay, everyone's finding all the smileys that they like now. I guess there's more of them than I thought, but yeah, but even so, they're not like the big garish stuff, right? All right, so here we go. So maybe you've heard this one before. Memory. In the valley of Nyes, the accursed waning moon shines thinly, tearing a path for its light with feeble horns through the lethal foliage of a great upas tree. And within the depths of the valley, where the light reaches not, move forms not meet to be beheld. Rank is the herbage on each slope, where evil vines and creeping plants crawl amidst the stones of ruined palaces, twining tightly about broken columns and strange monoliths, and heaving up marble pavements laid by forgotten hands. And in trees that grow gigantic in crumbling courtyards leap little apes, while in and out of deep treasure vaults writhe poison serpents and scaly things without a name. Vast are the stones which sleep beneath coverlets of dank moss, and mighty were the walls from which they fell. For all time did their builders erect them, and in sooth they yet serve nobly, for beneath them the grey toad makes his habitation. At the very bottom of the valley lies the river Fan, whose waters are slimy and filled with weeds. From hidden springs it rises, and to subterranean grottos it flows, so that the demon of the valley knows not why its waters are red, nor whither they are bound. The genie that haunts the moonbeams spake to the demon of the valley, saying, I am old, and forget much. Tell me the deeds and aspect and name of them who built these things of stone. And the demon replied, I am Memory, and am wise in lore of the past, but I too am old. These beings were like the waters of the river Fan, not to be understood. Their deeds I recall not, for they were but of the moment. Their aspect I recall dimly, for it was like to that of the little apes in the trees. Their name I recall clearly, for it rhymed with that of the river. These beings of yesterday were called man. So the genie flew back to the thin-horned moon, and the demon looked intently at a little ape in a tree that grew in a crumbling courtyard. Yeah. Very nice. I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. I did not have any breakfast this morning, so I'm going to be fixing that shortly. Yeah. We got time for one more short story? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. What will it be, though? What will it be? What's second that's too long. Looking up, where's that, what's in that? Short stories by Various. Oh, wow. Okay, okay, this is that book of fairy tales there. Well, that William Ralston, Shedden Ralston. Everyone's dead. All right, let's not do that one again. What did this guy do? Joseph Jacobs. Whoa, that's way too long. What else did he write? Conla and the Fairy Maiden. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll do this one. It was named Joseph Jacobs. Joseph Jacobs. I'm not sure we've read anything by this guy before. Joseph Jacobs. And the story is called Conla and the Fairy Maiden. Oh, spelled maiden wrong. LOL. Conla and the Fairy Maiden. Okay, we'll try this one. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Conla and the Fairy Maiden. Mrs. Cooper, you're about to go pick up the grandfather clock you bought. Time in. Nice. Time. You got late onto the street. It's okay. Well, we're just glad to have you here, Julian. Mexican food. It does sound good. It does sound really good. Okay, let's do it. Conla and the Fairy Maiden. Conla of the fiery hair was the son of Con of the 100 Fights. One day, as he stood by the side of his father on the height of Usna, he saw a maiden clad in strange attire coming towards him. Whence comest thou, maiden? Said Conla. I come from the plains of the ever-living, she said, there where there is neither death nor sin. There we keep holiday always, nor need we help from any in our joy. And in all our pleasure we have no strife. And because we have our homes in the round green hills, men call us the hill folk. The king, and all with him, wondered much to hear a voice when they saw no one. For save Conla alone, none saw the Fairy Maiden. To whom art thou talking, my son? Said Con, the king. Then the maiden answered, Conla speaks to a young fair maid, whom neither death nor old age awaits. I love Conla, and now I call him away to the plain of pleasure, Moy Mel, where Boadag is king for aye, nor has there been complaint or sorrow in that land since he has held the kingship. Oh, come with me, Conla of the fiery hair, ruddy as the dawn with thy tawny skin. A fairy crown awaits thee to grace thy comely face and royal form. Come, and never shall thy comeliness fade, nor thy youth, till the last awful day of judgment." The king, in fear at what the maiden said, which he heard, though he could not see her, called aloud to his druid, Coran by name. "O Coran of the many spells," he said, "and of the cunning magic, I call upon thy aid. A task is upon me, too great for all my skill and wit, greater than any laid upon me since I seized the kingship. A maiden unseen has met us, and by her power would take from me my dear, my comely son. If thou help not, he will be taken from thy king by woman's wiles and witchery." Then Coran, the druid, stood forth and chanted his spells toward the spot where the maiden's voice had been heard. And none heard her voice again, nor could Connla see her longer. Only as she vanished before the druid's mighty spell, she threw an apple to Connla. For a whole month from that day, Connla would take nothing, either to eat or to drink, save only from that apple. But as he ate, it grew again, and always kept whole. And all the while there grew within him a mighty yearning and longing after the maiden he had seen. But when the last day of the month of waiting came, Connla stood by the side of the king his father, on the plain of Archaman. And again he saw the maiden come toward him, and again she spoke to him. "'Tis a glorious place, forsooth, that Connla holds among short-lived mortals, awaiting the day of death. But now the folk of life, the ever-living ones, beg and bid thee come to Moy Mel, the plain of pleasure. For they have learnt to know thee, seeing thee in thy home, among thy dear ones." When Con the king heard the maiden's voice, he called to his men aloud, and said, "Summon swift my druid, Coran, for I see she has again this day the power of speech." Then the maiden said, "O mighty Con, fighter of 100 fights, the druid's power is little loved. It has little honor in the mighty land, peopled with so many of the upright. When the law will come, it will do away with the druid's magic spells that come from the lips of the false black demon." Then Con the king observed that since the maiden came, Connla his son spoke to none that spake to him. So Con of the 100 fights said to him, "Is it to thy mind what the woman says, my son?" "'Tis hard upon me," then said Connla. "I love my own folk above all things, but yet a longing seizes me for the maiden." When the maiden heard this, she answered and said, "The ocean is not so strong as the waves of thy longing. Come with me in my curragh, the gleaming, straight-gliding crystal canoe. Soon we can reach Boadag's realm. I see the bright sun sink, yet far as it is, we can reach it before dark. There is, too, another land worthy of thy journey, a land joyous to all that seek it. Only wives and maidens dwell there. If thou wilt, we can seek it, and live there alone together in joy." When the maiden ceased to speak, Connla of the fiery hair rushed away from them, and sprang into the curragh, the gleaming, straight-gliding crystal canoe. And then they all, king and court, saw it glide away over the bright sea toward the setting sun. Away and away, till I could see it no longer. And Connla and the fairy maiden went their way on the sea. and were no more seen, nor did any know where they came. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Saucy witches ahoy. The women's wiles. Stealing away the hearts of men. Yeah, I think he did okay. He's got to get out there. That's right. What more do we need? I'll take me some saucy witches for days. Alrighty. Well, there we go. Your spirit animal is a slug. What? A sort of slig. You also want to get the new Oddworld when it comes. Oh, there's an Oddworld coming out? Okay. No, I did not know about the Crash Bandicoot sequel. I know they've been pumping up. They've been doing some weird commercials which were plugging the remaster that they kind of recently did. Yeah. What's that lady with the... okay, she's got some cat's ears or something. Alrighty, so you have to get a big clock, a grandfather clock. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good day today. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. What is that animal you got there, Julian? That's huge. It's like twice the size of all the other characters. Good gracious. All right. Let's see. We can. Let's see. But that's it for now. That is it for now. We do need to end our stream. We'll just quickly say goodbye to our friends on Mixer. It's up there. Oh, Silent Running says the GNH are silent. So it's Kara. Right, Kara. Very good. Okay. Did that get sent over to here? Yeah, you know, I don't think don't think that echoed over from where did it? Let's see. Yeah, that didn't show up in Twitch chat. Was the restream chat broken or something? Don't know. All right. Yeah, I haven't either. So I'm not sure what happened to that. Yeah, no, I just saw the Mr. Silent over there on Silent Running was yeah, talking about the correct way of saying Kara. So yeah, but that yeah, restream chat did not send it over to Twitch. I probably missed some stuff. I got some. I have a button here on my thing, a run 60-second ad break. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But I just think that's kind of interesting. I didn't know I could do that. But that's it for the day. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us here on Twitch and of course on Mixer. I hope Mixer will be able to find their way over. Let me just quickly pimp our Twitch link over there because my name is slightly different. Play Carrington over here on Twitch, but yeah, 26 days left to go on Mixer. So and I'll probably have to stop restreaming over there at some point because with stuff being transferred over. You're very welcome there, random bloke. Very welcome there. But yeah, I'm going to be back in about in about 7 hours, I guess, for some gaming. But I got some stuff to do IRL, so I'm going to get on with that right now. We'll be playing some games tonight. We are definitely tonight getting on with some stuff. Yeah, we're going to make progress on our Halo Master Chief Collection Legendary Co-op. That is tonight. So 1, maybe 2 levels as we get through that. I've heard that it's super hard. We're going to find out. It wasn't that bad on Halo CE, but apparently the Jackal Snipers don't play fair in this one. No book club tomorrow. That is correct. Not a Friday and Saturday, no book club, but we start gaming early. Yeah. Oh, and tomorrow, tomorrow I'm checking this out. At 5 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so I start at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Pacific is when I start gaming on Friday and Saturday. But tomorrow on Fortnite, they are doing a movie night inside Fortnite. And here in the States, they're showing Inception is the movie that's going to be showing. So I will be tuning into that. I might not stay for the entire movie, but it will be interesting to see how they are doing it. But yeah, I'm just kind of interested to see like how the future of entertainment's kind of going to run. Short Story Sunday is at 2 p.m. Pacific. 2 p.m. Pacific, Lady Death. Yeah, and sure, yeah. So Sunday, Short Story Sunday, and a movie. Yeah, and then There Were None is the movie that we got going on Sunday. Yeah, yeah. But that's it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you for that host, Sega, right as we were leaving. But yeah. Yeah, 1 p.m. your time. Oh, that's right. Yes. You got the you have an unusual time zone there. Not a lot of people in that time zone, that's for sure. But that's it. And thank you to our friends here at Twitch. Now let's see. If I take a look on here, Mr. Galen is streaming right now. Let's go take a look at. Let's go take say hi to Art by Galen. I don't know if he's arting right now. Is there an actual art category? I'm sure there must be an art category here. It's 3:17 where you are. So you're an East Coaster, East Coast, Best Coast, yeah. Let's do that. So I can figure out how to host him. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, can I do this while I'm streaming, or do I have to stop it? I don't know. Host. I had art by. It says no. There is an art. Okay, why is it? His name here is Art by Galen, right? Maybe it has to be capitalized. Art by Galen. That's got to be it. Yeah, maybe I have to. Okay, but here's it. Okay, so I was gonna host him the other day, but I couldn't figure out how to get the hosting. Oh, there's a raid. There's a raid button. Yeah. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll use that to officially go on over there. Okay, then that'll work a little better. Let's where's my raid button? Oh boy. Here it is. Raid button. Raid. So I guess that will automatically. Here we go. I don't know. It's going to do something. I'm going to hit it. And this is channel preview, and let's do it. I don't know how this works. No idea how it works. Did a countdown start? Did we just go over? You're gonna play some games? Cool. Come play some games with us tonight, and we'll